Welcome back to the Easter Tournament Expert Division, hole number 8. This is a tough drop, but we've made this several times using the wind angle tweaks. I'm going to give you the most important thing I could say about this shot is you want to keep your winds in the 7 mile per hour range, and you want to try and pull as straight as possible, and if anything, uh, try to favor 59 over 01. All right. So it's a little bit complicated on the setup. The adjustment is P2 plus 20% max. And I'm going to go over the setup real quick. So we're going to start with a quarterback and a navigator. We're going to add max backspin, one left spin. Now I have a navigator here. It's not showing it, but that's what I have. And then at P1 max rest, see, we're going to have the red ring on the bunker with the ball guide going just through the right half of the cup or into the right half of the cup. Then we're going to switch to a rock. What that's going to do is that's going to remove the proper amount of backspin. It's going to leave me 5.4 backspin, which is what we need for this shot. After you switch to the rock, then you will switch to either a Kingmaker or a Kingslayer, depending on your wind speed with your navigator, right? So with a navigator, if you have 9.2 miles per hour or higher, you're going to need to switch to a wind 4 ball. With 9.1 or lower, you're going to need to switch to a wind 3 ball. So 9.2 or higher, Kingslayer Scent or equivalent. 9.1 or lower, Kingmaker or equivalent, right? So we had 9.1 here. We switched to a Kingmaker, gives us a 7-8 win. That's at the upper level of the sevens, but it's in the sevens, right? So if you use these numbers, it'll make it easier for you to know which ball to switch to, and you don't have to fumble through, trying to decide which ball you need to switch to. It's either going to be a win 4 or a win 3, and you're going to need at least P3. Okay. After you switch, you'll spin, look at your adjustment. There's 4 major wind angles here, but only 3 require tweaks. I'm going to go over those real quick. The one that I'm currently sitting at is what we're calling the crosswind angle. So if you look at the top here on the other side where my center line is, that is what we're going to call the crosswind angle. It requires no tweaks, right? So as long as your wind is in the sevens and your center line points there, then you don't need to add any curl. If you're pointed towards this first small green bush, that is what we're calling the neutral angle, and it's going to require 1 click of right curl. If you're pointing closer to this dark green bush over here, that's what we're calling the headwind angle. That and anything to the right of it needs 2 clicks of right curl, right? So I've been all the way to this little green bush over here to the right, and it still only needs 2 clicks of right curl. So anything in this area is 2 clicks of right curl. Anything basically in this area about maybe about there, be a little bit bigger with that, be about there. That's going to need 1 click, and then anything over here should need no clicks, right? That's our wind angle tweaks for this. Believe it or not, this shot has dropped a fair amount of times, right? So if you can pull this, if you can set it up, get your swaps done, pull straight, hit perfect, and add your clicks of curl properly, you have a decent chance at dropping this. We've dropped it several times in a row using these tweaks. I would certainly recommend that you practice this shot at least once, maybe twice, just so you can get comfortable with the swap and the setup. It's a little off-putting at first, right? The first time you try it, it's going to seem like a lot, but if I can do it, you guys should be able to do it. And I just dropped this, so it's definitely in the doable range. And the good news is, with certain wins, you can get away with a kingmaker and drop hole number 8. So let's get rid of this and show you the shot. This was the crosswind angle, which requires no tweaks. So I just centered my ball, hit perfect. I get the drop on the left edge, okay? Like I said, tough drop, but a good chance here. And it's free to play. So best of luck. I hope you get it. And we'll see you on the next hole.